Hello there. Just let me bring up my presentation for you real quick. Okay, so my name is Dane Affleck, and this summer I interned at the Yamhill County Historical Society as part of my summer internship. A little bit about me. I'm from San Diego, California. I'm a senior here at Linfield. I'm a JAMS major, which is the Journalism and Media Studies major. And I have interests in film, media production, audio design, multimedia content, basically just creating online content and creating an entire package. And fresh out of college, I hope to work as some sort of media production assistant, either in radio, video, video production company, or in advertising. I mean, really anything that would just kind of get my foot in the door and allow me to work on these kind of projects. So I work at the Yamhill National Historical Society, and it is a nonprofit organization. Its mission is to protect, preserve, and share the history of the heritage of Yamhill County. And the Yamhill Valley Heritage Center, which is where I mostly was, is just on the 18, just outside of town. And they also have a historic Lafayette site, which is obviously in Lafayette, but I did not visit there. I was mostly at the Heritage Center. And basically there's loads of artifacts from a variety of generations of farmers way back down the line. And they basically just donate tons of old farm equipment and automobiles, such as tractors and, old Fords, super cool historic artifacts that don't necessarily have to do with farming, like big chainsaws from from the lumber industry way back in the day. And yeah, just tons of cool stuff. So my position was the media production assistant. And basically I helped create promotional videos for the organization. And I started off by taking close-ups of various artifacts and then shots of artifacts panned out. So basically I got to choose 10 different artifacts for the team to start. And I personally worked on 5. So from these photos, a media production company basically filmed these artifacts. And the idea was that it would start super zoomed into the artifact and it would slowly pan out. And the idea was that at first the audience doesn't know what the artifact is, but the voiceover during the video would slowly describe the broad historical context of something without the audience necessarily knowing what it was. But as it zoomed out, it would get more specific, and then the audience would start to figure out what it is that they were looking at. So I interviewed various YCHS volunteers to get more specific information on the artifacts. And then obviously the artifact would be revealed at the end. And this would potentially cause interest in these artifacts and to get more people out on the site and to visit these artifacts in person. So essentially what I've learned, mostly for me personally, is just how to communicate and coordinate with my colleagues in terms of just setting up meetings, working on group projects, in this case, multimedia content such as promotional videos. And I did utilize my storytelling skills from the JAMS major. So I, used creative writing as part of the script in order to create interest in these various artifacts. And, from practice of writing news stories and feature stories and all this stuff, I've definitely learned how to creatively write and for people to become intrigued. Um, and, I just have learned the value of working together and with multiple people to create something pretty cool like these promotional videos. And I mean, overall, I've just learned that I like to create this kind of stuff. And hopefully in the future, I'd like to contribute more to these kinds of projects. Because I mostly just did the writing behind it. I didn't necessarily do the filming or anything. So hopefully in the future, I'll be able to do more and contribute. And some acknowledgements, Pam Watts, the YCHA's president, which offered me this position and put it up in the first place. Carrie Martins which also she worked for YCHS and she was my main source of contact. We had multiple meetings and she kind of guided me through the process and let me know, the steps to take. And she proofreaded my scripts and all that good stuff and gave me good advice. And of course, Christy McKay, which is she set up this whole thing, this whole internship process. And I'm really grateful for that I got to contribute and have this opportunity. So yeah, thank you so much. That's my presentation.